This conference will now be recorded.
So, today we are going to see what are the features of BRM. So, let us see one by one. So, what are the features? So in between, you are having something called as the GRC 12.0 Access Control BRM. So here we are going to see what are the features one by one. So we can perform role maintenance. So what is role maintenance? Create the role, change the role, and delete the role. So these are the activities which we can perform. So these role maintenance activities are already part of ECC security. Then why I'm adding this as a again feature of the BRM. Why? Because there is a difference between role maintenance in the ECC security and role maintenance in GRC. What's the difference is, so here you can perform role maintenance for any system in your landscape. Okay, so you just log in into your GRC system. You can perform role maintenance for ECC system, or you are having a BW system, or you are having a F5 system, or you are having a HR system. In this way, how many systems you are having? Even the latest Fury system also. So whatever system it may be. For every type of system, you can perform the role maintenance activity from the GRC system itself. That's why the first feature will be the role maintenance. Whereas previously, what we are doing, if at all we want to create a role in ECC system, we must mandatorily log in into the ECC system. If at all you want to create a role in HR system, we have to log in into the HR system only. So similarly, the other products, CRM, SRM, if you are having dedicated system for each product, you have to log in into every system. Now you can perform it from the GRC system itself. This is the first feature we are having. And the second feature of the GRC is while creating the role, we are going to enforce something called as the naming convention. So, naming convention enforcement. So, do we have any naming convention enforcement till now in the ECC security? Not at all. So, whatever name you think, you are just putting it. So, I am creating, so we are a security team. So, I am creating a role called Z underscore single zero one. Some other person coming and creating a role Y dot something like Aid India. Some is creating something like security underscore AB in this way. So whatever role name they are, anyone think they are just creating it. There is no restriction. So understand it. We are having only guidelines, but we don't have any rule. ఓకే మనకి ఈసీసీ సిస్టమ్ లో ఉండేది ఓన్లీ రూల్ మాత్రమే దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ ఏ గైడ్ లైన్ there is nothing like you should compulsorily follow this rule. Is there any restriction like that? Nothing like that. We don't have anything. So here we are having the naming convention enforcement. So we are going to put certain rules. So if you are creating a single rule, the length must be these many characters. It should be starting with these letters. The role name should contain all these features. We are going to give some rules. So anyone who want to create a role must follow all those things. Otherwise, he cannot create the role. Okay? Until and unless they follow the convention, they cannot create a role. Okay? And the third feature we are having is the methodology. So, what is meant by methodology? Steps involved to create a role. For suppose, if you are creating a role in regular system, What is the steps involved? Firstly, in the PFCG, give the role name. Okay, give the role name and go for the create option. Automatically, this role is created in this stage itself. And step two will be going for menu and adding some transaction codes. Adding some transaction codes. Next step will be doing something called as the authorizations and generating the profile. So you can stop this process anywhere. If you just give a role name and go for the save option, the role will be created, but it is incomplete. Even if you add some T codes and save it, the role will be created stop itself. So you can perform all the steps or you can skip any one of the steps. It does not matter. So, but this thing won't work in the GRC system. Why? Because we are going to set what are the steps involved. So to create a role, how many steps you should follow? Okay, is it 5 steps or 4 steps or 7 steps or 8 steps? And there is one more feature in this way. Until and unless you complete the first step, the second step will not be unlocked. In the same way, until you complete the third step, the fourth step is not unlocked. Until you complete the fourth step, the fifth step will not be unlocked. In this way, so whatever steps you are prescribing here in the methodology, every consultant who want to, that is every consultant means every security and the GRC consultant who want to create the role must follow all the steps. There is no option to bypass any of the steps. So this is called as the methodology. So this is the third feature we are having. Coming to the last feature of the BRM, that is role risk analysis. So in the GRC system, we are going to have a feature called role risk analysis. We can perform the risk analysis for a role even before completion of completely creating of the role, or else before creating a role itself, we can just do a risk analysis concept. So previously, what we have done, we have created the role in BCC system. And by using the ARA concept, we are going to perform risk analysis for the roles here. So now by using same thing, so we how are we going to perform risk analysis? By using the same rule set in the ARA, we can perform the risk analysis even before the role is created. So this is one of the advanced features we are having, that is role risk analysis. So these are the four main features we are having in the BRM, that is role maintenance for entire landscape, naming convention enforcement, methodology, and role risk analysis. These are the four main features of the BRM. So, a part of these four features, we are also having something called as a add-on features. Let us see what are they. What are the add-on features we are having? First add-on feature we are going to have is the baddie. Okay, so the first add-on feature we are going to have here is the BRM baddie. So baddie is something related to business role. So this execution part we are not having nothing to do here. Just TD purpose, a note will be provided for you. And this execution you can do only in the S4 HANA systems. Okay. So just a TD part will be provided you regarding this add-on feature. And next one is the mass role maintenance. So, do we have this feature in the security? Like creating multiple roles, changing multiple roles, deleting multiple roles. Do we have this feature previously anywhere in security? No, we don't have. So, but mass role maintenance, we are having one activity. Anyone do remember? We have done one mass role maintenance. What is the activity? Did anyone remember? Teja, Naidu, Srikanth, Ashok. I think Srikanth should rejoin the session. Yes. Yeah. Srikanth, Ashok, anyone? Teja, we have one activity in the ECC security regarding the mass role maintenance. That is in the TMS concept, transport management system, where we transported multiple roles. Okay, we have transported multiple roles at a time. Here is the thing which we have done, mass transport. We have transported multiple roles at a time from the system. This is the only activity regarding the mass role maintenance which we have done in the ECC security. Okay. So next add-on feature we are going to have here is the role mining. So So role mining is similar concept to the user trace. There you are going to get the user information. Here we are going to get the role detailed reports about the role. There is no technicality here, just different types of reports regarding the role. So you can perform this activity even in the regular regular system also by using the transaction code called HT03 is the transaction code where you can perform this activity. So role mining activity we can even perform here also. Right. So this will be a bit confusing because we have to go through BI all the things, but the transaction code is this one. But the role mining option which is available in BRM is very advanced one. We are having many advanced features. So many students will be asking like we can get different types of role reports in SUIM only. So is there any difference between the SUIM and the role mining in BRM? Is yes, we do definitely have so many differences. We will discuss at the time of execution. Okay, and the last one we are having is the role reform. Okay, so role reform is nothing but it's a reminder. So in security, do we have anything like a validity period for a role? Do we have any option to put validity period for a role? Anyone? So you must answer these questions. Monica, Teja, Yogesh, Ashok. So do we have any option to put a validity period for a role in PFCG?
No, sir.
No, we don't have anything like a validity period for a role. Only thing we can give is how many days this role is valid for a user, we can give it. But we don't have a feature like how many days this role is validate. We don't have any option. But in SAP, sorry, in GRC, we are going to have this feature. So while creating a role itself, we are going to create a validation period. Like, is it valid for 30 days or 40 days or 90 days or 1 year, 2 years, 10 years? What is the validity period of that role you will be giving? So if a user get assigned for that role, if the role is valid only for 30 days, he will only get access for 30 days. After 30 days, the access will be expired automatically. So this is the thing. So what's happened here? What is role reform? It is just a reminder. So we can put a reform period something like if I put as 3 days. So it works same as your mobile. So what happens here if you done a recharge for 30 days? If your pack is about to expire in 2 to 3 days, you are going to get a reminder calls or reminder messages stating that your plan is about to expire in 3 days. Please recharge it immediately. In the same way, here also the user who gets access is going to get a notification. So if I put the reform period as 3 days, so before the role is about to expire in 3 days, the user is going to get a notification. The role is about to expire, they are going to get the notifications. So this is all about the add-on features we are having. So again, as we are having the question for ARA and EAM, for BRM also, the main concept they may ask you some questions. So what is BRM or what are the advantages of implementing BRM in your project? Or what is the difference between role creation in PFCG and role creation in GRC? So or else scenario based. We are maintaining the roles in PFCG from past 5 years. Now we are planning to switch to GRC. So what are the advantages of, or do you suggest to execute BRM in our project? If yes, what are the reasons? If no, what are the reasons? So the question may be anything. The answer should be this. So there are four main features of role maintenance. First one is we can maintain the role across all the systems in our landscape. We can have a naming convention enforcement. We are having methodology. We are having role risk analysis. And coming to some additional features, we are having DRM BADI, mass role maintenance, role mining, role reform. So this should be your answer for the BRM features. So anyone having any doubts here, you can ask me, or else I will be moving for the ARM features. So for ARM, there will be no introduction. So let me allow you just a minute. So if anyone having any doubts, you can ask me in the BRM features. Okay, right. No one having no doubt. So, as a part of this execution, what we are doing to do all these features we are going to execute. So, yesterday we have discussed about EAM. We are going to execute how to create a firefighter ID and how it is useful. And as a part of ARA implementation, we are going to see how to create a rule set, how to do the risk analysis, how to mitigate the risk, how to redemption the risk, how to do the risk simulation, how to generate the audit reports. So these are all the executions which we are going to do in the upcoming sessions. Okay, right then. So now I am going for the features of ARM. As previously we are having some introduction, but ARM there will be no introduction, nothing. Directly we are going to discuss about the features itself. That is GRC 12.0. Okay, ARM, Access Request Management. So the first feature of ARM and BRM is very much similar. So here what we are doing role maintenance across all the systems. Here also the same thing. We are going to perform user maintenance across all the systems. What is meant by user maintenance? Create the user, change the user, delete the user, lock and unlock, reset the password, copy the user, or a new feature in the user maintenance, that is creating a firefighter ID. Okay, so everything we can perform from the GRC system itself. So in your landscape, if you are having two systems, for both the systems you can perform. If your landscape contains 10 systems, from GRC system itself you can perform user maintenance for any system in your landscape. For this reason, I said CUA is an outdated concept. central user administration, no one is going to execute right now. So most of the projects have already opted for GRC. If it is a GRC project, you will never see a CUA concept. Why? Because the CUA and ARM are similar concepts. In ARM, we are having more other features and more simple features than CUA. Okay, so this is the first feature we are having. And coming to next feature, that is copy of the user. So these all remaining three features are very much similar. They all look alike itself. The second feature we are having is the copy of request. So what is this copy of request means? This is for creating a new user. How are you going to create a new user? By copying the request. So what happens here means in GRC system, when you perform any activity, like if at all you want to create new user, a request number will be generated automatically. Okay, a request number is generated. Okay, in the same way, if at all you want to create the access, so mainly for the create the users we will discuss right now. If you want to create a new user, when you give all the inputs like first name, last name, manager name, in which system you want to give access, okay, what are the roles you require, all the things you are going to provide here. So here automatically system generates a request number for you. Request number 001 contain. So access to create new user. User ID something. XY for a XYZ, you are raising a request for new user. All the details are stored in this request number called 001. So in the copy of request number, what you want to do is you want to create a user similar to this user ID only. So here the new user you are creating is something like Tata 01 is a user ID which you are creating. For this, a request number 001 was created automatically. So now you want to create a new user called Tata 02. And for this user, you require all the details similar to Tata 01. What you can do is just see the request number 001. By using the copy of request concept, all the details entered for Tata 01 will be automatically copied for Tata 02 also. This is very much simple concept. Previously, what we are having copy of the user. So in the place of user, now we are giving a request number. That's the only difference. Okay, there is no other difference. Okay, and the next difference we are and the next feature we are having is the model user, and this is also very similar to the copy of request itself. So to create the user by copying the user details, previously you have given a request number. So in the model user concept, you are just giving the user ID. So user ID of your model. So you are going to say he is my role model. So that celebrity is my role model. This celebrity is my role model. You are saying in this way. So what is meant by your role model? You want to follow the same lifestyle, or you want to follow same behavior, or you want to follow same dressing style in this way. Here also the same thing. Here we are going to give the request number. Here we are going to give the user ID. At the end of the day, what we are creating is creating a user by copying the user details. That's the thing. Okay. And the last feature we are having in the ARM is the model. Sorry, last feature will be this one, template based user ID. Template user ID. So what is this template based user ID? It's a very simple concept. For suppose there are something like some repeated activities you are performing for every user. So take an example. So you are getting continuous, you are going to get regular requests for creating a user for FIT. Okay, for FI consultancy, you are continuously getting regular requests. Create a user ID for FI team. Like daily, at least 2 to 3 tickets you are getting. So what you can do is, so there will be some common details entered for every user. For suppose FI consultants, there are some common details like the department details, the manager details, and the system details, okay, and the time zone details are some of the common roles which every Fi user requires. So all these details you are just filling in a template. So priorly, you are just filling all these things in a template priorly. So if at all you get a request to create a FI user, automatically, firstly, you are selecting the template which we created priorly. So when I select the template, whatever details I have given priorly in the template, all the details will be automatically filled here. So that's the use of template. So all the three features, copy of request, model user, template based user ID, all these three features are used for common purpose, that is to create a user ID. And here one more point you should notice, so even it does not matter. You use copy request or model user or template based user. The details which are copied can be edited. Okay, they are not permanent. So before completing the task, we can edit the details anything. So from copy request or model user or template user ID. So whatever details are imported, if at all you want to change anything, they are customizable. They are not permanent. Okay. It is not like we have copied the details, we cannot change them. Nothing like that. We can customize them anytime before creating. Okay. So these are the main features of the ARM. User maintenance across all the systems, copy of the request, model user ID, and template based user ID. These are the main features. And coming to the add-on features. So unlike like BRM, ARM ARM add-on features are also important. They are nothing like they are just like that, nothing like that. They are important. So, what are the add-on features we are having? So, we are going to have four add-on features here also. Let us see what are those. The first add-on feature we are having is the simple user request. Okay, the first one is you are having is the simply user request, or else you can call as simplified user request. Okay, so what is this one? Generally, we provide this request access to the end user. So there are some easy types of requests like change my personal details or reset my password, like small details. The end user generally asks to unlock their user ID or change their personal details or extend the expiry date. In this way, so if anybody want to give simple changes, small changes, no need to go in further main user maintenance form. When you go to main user maintenance form, there are many details you need to fill. Okay, so if it is, we are going to put something called as a simplified form. So for small activities, anyone can use that form to raise the requests. We will see this one, simplified user request form. But right now, mostly it is maintained by in the Fury system. No one is using in the GRC. But we will once go through this, how a simplified form will look like and what are the customizations we can make and how the users can raise the request, everything we will see. But real time, mostly Fury people are going to handle this one. And the second add-on feature we are having is the SLA. What is the second add-on feature? That is SLA, SLA stands for Service Line Agreement. So here we are going to rise and or we are going to form the agreement for the services which we provide. For suppose you have done some online shopping, so you got some conflicts. What you are doing, you are contacting the customer care of Amazon, Flipkart, or Myntra, something. So what they are saying, so your issue will be resolved in 24 hours, or recently my internet got disconnected. So when I contact the customer care, what they said, so we have so your request has been processing and your issue will be resolved within 48 hours. So that's the guarantee or the agreement they are giving me. In the same way, what are the services we are providing? That is user maintenance, role maintenance, profile maintenance, authorization, all these access we are providing. So for all these access, for suppose anyone raising request to create a user, we are forming an agreement stating that so eh, anyone raising request for user creation, the ticket will be closed in 3 days. Anyone raising request for unlocking the user, that request will be closed within 1 day. Anyone writing request to delete a role, that request will be closed in 5 days. In this way, different agreements we can form here by using the SLA concept, service line agreement. And the third feature we are having is the EUP. EUP stands for end user privilegizations. So for end users, we are going to provide some extra features like PSS is one of the best example. Password self-service. So if any consultant forgets their password, they can reset their own passwords here. So this in the we are just privileges are nothing but we are giving some extra features. Okay, out of all the SAP users, for the end users, we are providing certain extra features. Those things we are going to do the in the end user privilegizations. And the last add-on feature we are having is the delegation. So what is the last add-on feature? This is the delegation we are going to have. So in the delegation, what are we going to do? We are going to transfer the work from one user to another user. So what exactly is this delegation concept? For suppose there is a security consultant A. So there is a GRC consultant A. So his responsibilities will be role maintenance. So what happened? He is going for a vacation for 15 days. So if he is going for the vacation for 15 days, the entire project people will be thinking like this. So this person is went on vacation. We should not raise any tickets for role maintenance. Are they going to do that? Nothing like that. It does not matter. They will keep on raising the tickets for the role maintenance. So at this particular time, what we are going to do is for temporary time, we are going to transfer the transfer the responsibilities of consultant A to consultant B. So there is another GRC consultant called B. So for 15 days, whatever tickets that are rising for consultant A will be transferred to consultant B. So he has to close the ticket. So this concept is called as the delegation. Now, very common doubt very students are asking is, so why should he perform? Is he going to get any benefit if he work in this way? It depends from company to company policies. Okay. But the delegation concept is transferring the responsibilities from one user to another user for temporary time. So these are the add-on features we are having in the ARM. So coming to the main features, user maintenance across the landscape, copy of the request, model user and template-based user ID. These are the main features. Coming to the add-on features, simplified user request, service line agreement, end user privileges and delegation. These are the add-on features we are going to execute. So the from past 3 days, what are the things we have discussed in ARA, BRM, ARM, and EAM? So these in these 3 days, what are the things we have? The overviews we have discussed. In upcoming sessions, we are going to execute the same. Okay. Anyone having any doubts can ask me. Right then. So these are the overviews of all the things. In tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss about GRC introduction. So what are the different GRC versions we are having? Okay. And what is the configuration in the each GRC system? What is the position of the GRC system in the entire landscape? Okay, we will see all these topics in the tomorrow's session. So tomorrow, if you want to attend for offline also, I will be available. You can come. Okay, I will be available for both online and offline. Anyone having any doubts, you can ask me now. Naidu, Maunika, Yogesh, Shrikant, Ashok, no doubts?
No, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
what about the
Yogesh,
sir, what about the
yeah,
MSMP and BRF plus?
yeah. BRF plus and MSMP are both in a single topic which will be discussed after or while doing the ARM.
Okay.
Yeah. So Yogesh, don't just drop your mail ID in the group, WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, from today onwards, I will be sending the mails not through the WhatsApp. So yesterday I did not receive all the mails. So from today onwards, I will. This is the final batch which we are going to have for all the. Where is the other person who is missing? Yeah, there is one person missing, Teja. For all the 6 members, I will be dropping the mail from today onwards. Okay, you can check the mails. Okay, everyone. We'll be meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.